Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
All right. What is up, everyone? Welcome to a new video. Sorry for the whole beginning GoPro stuff. Just wanted to show you like kind of what I go through every single day. Well, not every day, but this is part of my real life, behind the scenes of riding and doing tricks. I use my electric scooter to go do my laundry and drop it off because it's the easiest, and if I didn't have the electric scooter I would have to walk back and forth and that would suck. So thanks to that, those things are awesome. And so today's video is pretty much going to show you guys a deck, a certain deck. You see in the thumbnail it's like all blacked out, and I kind of want to show you this one deck that I believe is the best deck for everybody. And some of you may not seen this deck before. Some of you might have an idea what it could be, but it's kind of going to be a surprise as far as the news that I'm going to tell you on why it's going to be a good deck. But before we get into that, I do want to show you guys that I just got a new dumb package. Just got the new Heatwave stuff. This thing's awesome. And a bunch of my stickers like this. If you guys want to check that out or get anything like this gear is really awesome. You can check the link in the description. And what's cool about the link, usually with codes and stuff, or no, usually with links, you have to install a code or put a code in. When you click the link, you already get the discounts already applied. You don't have to do anything. It's just like 10% off right away. And if you need some friends to get some gear with you, just try to do it together. You save your shipping. So all that. I do have one more thing before we get into the deck, and that is a piece of fan mail. I got this one from Lewis. He's from Germany. He actually came to New York a little bit ago, and he messaged me asking me if I got it, and I think it just took a while, only because he's pretty far. Oh, sick. Damn. Check this out. So he gave me some notes. I'm gonna read that, but mainly check out this artwork. Got my signature deck on there, and you have Saki's logo on here. And if you're watching, Saki doesn't live with me anymore. He doesn't edit my videos, but I still ride with him. So what I'll do is I'll give him the other half of this, and there's like a note and everything. We'll try to figure it out. And this is sick. Awesome, man. Thanks, and thanks for coming to New York. That was sick that time we rode together at the Blacktop. You killed it. So, deck. Yeah, so before I show you the deck, I believe this deck is good for all riders. I believe this deck is something where, if you haven't seen it, it's a deck that is kind of in the middle for everybody. A lot of riders will go to a shop, if not Broadway, they'll go to a shop and they'll try to figure out what deck is good for them. Obviously the color, you guys like certain colors, that's fine. I like a certain color, well I like certain colors, that's fine. But as far as the size and the dimensions and the weight and all that, there's so many decks now. Now it's like insane. Like you go to a store and it's just like if you ever go on the Broadway website and you click decks and you're just scrolling for I don't know how long. And it makes it hard. It actually, you think it makes it easy because there's so many choices, but sometimes it's like so much that you like don't know what to pick. And we all are familiar with park decks are really short so you can whip faster, and then street decks are really long so you can bunny hop higher and all that stuff. But it depends on the rider. Obviously if you're undecided, you kind of want to be in the middle. You kind of want to be, you know, in between 26-inch long and 17 long, you know, like whatever it is. And this deck that I'm about to show you is right in the middle, and I am so convinced that this deck will work for anybody. If you ride street, it's gonna work. If you ride park, it's gonna work. If you ride flat, it's gonna work. It's awesome because you can kind of do things to it in order to adapt to your tricks too. When you get the deck, it is one size, but then when you take things off, put things on, it changes the deck depending on where you want to ride, which is awesome. So let me get that deck real quick and stop creating suspense. So 1 second. Okay, so I kind of made a thumbnail thinking that you guys would think it's like a whole different deck, like a deck that's not out yet, but it is my signature deck. And some of you know that I have a signature deck, and some of you are new to the channel and you kind of have no, I guess you have no idea what I'm riding. And I ride a full Envy scooter, and it's a completely Envy scooter, full down to like the grips and the bar ends. And this is my signature deck. So this is like the platform that I stand on for when I ride, and this size and dimensions fits what I like to do, and I like to ride everything. And of course my preference is flatland, but you guys watch my videos, I go ride street, I go ride park. Maybe I'm not the best at park, maybe I'm not the best at street, but I do enjoy everything, and I still like to learn new tricks and everything. But of course flat is like, I feel like flat's like a whole different thing. It's like you can't almost mix it, like you can't like, but either way I still ride the same deck. Now my signature deck, this is the platform you stand on. Anybody that's new to scootering, when you buy a scooter, you can kind of interchange parts and you can put a whole custom together. You can buy one out of the box, like you can go buy a Prodigy, you can go buy a KOS, you can even buy like an NV1, like an entry level one, and you can change the platform of the scooter to something like this. And when you do that, not only is it better, I mean obviously it's better, but why it's better? Because it's a lot stronger. You're still going to be very light. The deck's going to be super light. Man, I need a bev. When I talk so much I need a bev. Hold on. Whew. Okay. So when you get this deck, and depending on what you had before, this deck is actually crazy strong. Like, these decks are insanely strong. I remember before I was on Envy. I'm being honest. If anyone wants to say anything to me, but I'm being honest. Before I was on Envy, I saw the decks. They were okay. They were okay. They were great. They were super light, but I wasn't too fond of them because they weren't too solid. They were like, they're good. Like I would ride it, but compared to what they can make now is insane. It's night and day. And this is, in my opinion, the best deck. And there are other sizes. There are other signature models, but I believe that my signature deck is the best size for anybody. And the dimensions of this is 4.7 by 20.5. A lot of park riders will ride 19.5. A lot of street riders will ride like 22. Now it's like 23. It's like insane, like this crazy long. But this deck's right in the middle, and that's why I have this deck at this size. Now, people always ask me why oil slick. I did make a video about why I chose oil slick, and again, I try to make a deck that's for everybody. Yes, oil slick is like the kid color, but like I'm a grown person and I ride oil slick, so that means that it's not true. And I ride oil slick because it matches everything. And I was actually in a predicament about choosing either gold on the deck or green, and I couldn't decide, so I chose oil slick. And this deck is right in the middle, and depending on what you pick for your scooter, the color of your parts, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you pick. I have wheels on my scooter that are black and white. There's nothing on this that's black and white, but my scooter looks great, and everybody always says it. Yes, I just said it, but like everybody compliments me about how my scooter looks, and it's cool because I can put any part on there. You know, before, if I were to, let's say if I would have like a red deck or like green deck or something, or even black, if I were to put other color bars on there, it'd throw it off. Here I could put silver bars, is fine. I could put oil slick bars, obviously it's gonna be fine. But besides the color, the deck is awesome because it fits anybody. I said that already. But when I told you before about you can take something on and off the deck, it's the square dropouts. So these things are usually on the deck when you buy them. You can see that on my scooter, I don't ride them. I did. It just feels weird because I've never ridden like something in the back when I ride my scooter, unless I'm riding my flat scooter, and that's going to be like really long pegs. But this is cool because it comes with square dropouts, and a lot of people want like that street deck, so you can leave them on and have that square dropout. And what's cool about it is that it protects the back of your deck. There's one thing that is so annoying, especially when you work at a shop. You're like, I'm working at a shop and I have all the right tools, And it's so annoying when someone comes into the shop and they have the square dropouts and they love 5.0s and they crush the whole back, which all those decks are gonna crush. Every single one of those square dropout decks, crush in the back. Like, I don't care who says one doesn't. I worked on hundreds of them, and when you have to get a socket wrench inside this part and this whole thing's caved in, it's like you gotta like start drilling and filing down. It's super annoying. It's something that it's hard to deal with at the shop with the right tools, and imagine doing it at home by yourself. Imagine you gotta change your bearings and you're like at home and you're sitting there with like a freaking hammer trying to get it out. This is cool because if these ever get destroyed, which obviously they're plastic and they're not gonna last that long, you can just replace them. You can just replace them and put new ones on, and that's it. And the back of your deck is still like good to go. And then of course, if you're the park guy, which again, this size can go either way, it doesn't matter. If you're the park guy, then when you take them off, now your scooter whips faster. So you can do all those crazy tricks, all the buttercups and all that stuff. And a lot of people that get this deck, I see them when they tag me, which I hope you do. I'm gonna tell you guys in a little bit what to do. I can't even categorize the people that ride my deck. It doesn't matter. Like, there's guys that ride street and they ride it. There's Derek C, who's on Envy, which you guys should follow him. Check it out. He just posted an awesome clip on the Envy Instagram, and he rides my deck, and he can do backflip, bar spin, bar spin, bar spin, bar spin on my deck. Like this, it's not too long where he can do the trick and not have to worry about the deck's too long about popping weird or anything like that. So yes, I believe that my signature deck is the best deck. Other people might argue. If you argue, then you probably won't be riding my signature deck. But if you can take my advice, and if you're looking for a new deck, you get this one. Not only will you love it, it does support me, because you know, like how when a rider has a signature part or any merchandise like that, it supports us, so we're able to ride more and be at a pro level, and it can be our job. And I'm not forcing you guys to buy the deck. I'm not gonna say buy the deck so I can make money. That's like, I wouldn't, like, when I'm at the shop and someone's coming in for a deck, I'm honest. I'll tell them like, hey, look, you're looking for a really short deck? You gotta get something like the Reyes Warner deck, or like the really small one that's even smaller. But if you want a deck that you can go out and you haven't decided where you want to ride, which happens to me every single day. Like, I'll wake up in the morning, I'll go outside, and I'm like I don't really think of ideas for YouTube. I don't like plan on the day before. Some people do, but I'm more like just trying to figure out where to go. And I'll like stand on the corner of my block, and I'll stand there for like 5-10 minutes, and I'm like, where should I go today? And then I finally decide, I'm like, all right, doesn't mean to change my scooter, which is great because this deck works for everything. So that's pretty much today's video. I'm sorry for not riding. It's something that I wanted to really take care of and talk to you guys about, because a lot of people sometimes hesitate on buying decks, and some people don't know about this deck. And this deck is a really strong deck. I ride it. I have 2 scooters. I have a flat scooter, and I have a regular scooter for park and street. And you just heard me, park and street. Like, it doesn't matter. This deck works great. A lot of people that, well, no, not a lot of people. Everybody that I know rides this deck loves it, and they always tell me good stuff. And I want you guys to enjoy something. So if you are open to getting the deck, scoop this up. The link to this deck is in the description. It's a link to Broadway. It's going to say the scooter I ride, and check that out. Even if you don't want to buy it right now, just at least look at it and see what the specs are. If you forgot what I just said, check it out and really think about a deck that's all around. Like, why would you want to, I mean, obviously some people like street, they like flat, they like park more than anything. Like I told you, I like flat more than anything. But why would you want to be forced to only ride one thing? You know, what if one day you're feeling going to the skate park, and then you have like a 24 long deck by 6, and you want to learn a new trick? And yes, you can still do it on that, but it's like the scooter's not really meant for that, you know? Have a scooter that you can ride everything. And that's why I made this video. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you enjoy me like kind of like talking and stuff, let me know. And if you don't, please let me know, because again, this channel is like mainly about like me riding and stuff, but because it's every day, there's some things and some days and some videos that need to be made like this in order to communicate with you guys and see what you guys really like and kind of help you guys too. So I do want to thank Envy for the signature deck. They always tell me to like let people know about it. So Envy, this is me letting everybody know about this deck. So that's for you, and of course thank you for letting me have a deck. Like, this is awesome. Like, and I didn't realize that this shirt kind of goes with the deck. It's pretty cool. I didn't think they make oil slick on shirts. But again, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know. And oh, one thing, if you already have my deck or you are getting it, use the hashtag AOSV4John on Instagram and tag me, because I think I might not do it once a week, but I might be doing it like once every 2 weeks or once a month. I'll be making collages of everybody that has my deck, and I'm gonna edit it on Photoshop and put everybody's Instagram on it, and I'm gonna post it up on my Instagram, pretty much like a shout out, just for you guys supporting me. And I'm gonna keep doing that until we run out of people who have my deck. So check that out. Check out the hashtag. Make sure you follow that hashtag. I have it where anybody posts it or uses the hashtag, I can see it on Instagram. And that's it. That's it, right? Scoop. That's it? Okay. Alright, thanks guys for listening, and I'll see you guys in the next video.